is starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 18-yard line.
Here's Allen. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
1st and 10.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run, Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Texans nothing. Timer Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Houston
Buffalo and Houston, 2 up-and-comers in the AFC. And you may remember they met in the wild card round a season ago. That game most likely to be remembered for the Deshaun Watson play where he spun away from the 2 defenders before finding Tywan Jones for a big play late, and that game went into overtime, tied at 19, before Kaimi Fairbairn won it with a field goal in the extra session. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, it's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson again. This is Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 2nd down, Cook. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards.
Houston.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Duke Johnson.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown,
Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Cook, the ball carrier.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
21-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Allen looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over first.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Boyer on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 20.
On 2nd down, Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Watson on 3rd down. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
The ball carrier,
Duke Johnson, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Score: Bills 14, Texans 13. Stephen Hauschka.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action, Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's 4th down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful at getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Throwing again. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Bills 24, Texans 13.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That's into the hands of Dwelly. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Texans.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Kiki QT. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this in intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Now Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. To throw is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Texans.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
26 is the ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Screenplay, Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
He had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Darted, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Back now in Buffalo. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Watson, flush to his right. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack, but he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play here for the Bills. 44 yards. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
at their own 40.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On the tackle.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
The 11-yard line.
Now Allen. Man open left side is Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete.
It's saying they pay me. I do
All
this
the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 82 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they will take a knee here.
Today's final.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.